Actually, burning money is more productive than buying a course without doing this. Now, I want to be honest with you. I don't care if you click off the video because I'm just interested in teaching people how they can grow their businesses, and in this video specifically, how you can buy a course the smart way without wasting money. I'm Alessandro, and on a day-to-day basis, I help influencers to scale past 50k per month with both physical and digital products. Now, in this video, as I already said, I'm gonna cover the one thing you need to do before buying any course. And this is the thing that makes the difference between you just getting the informations and you understanding them. And the secret is use your brain. Usually, when people buy courses, it happens this way. You have a problem, the problem is stressing you out, you get emotional about it, then someone comes, offers you the magic solution to all of your problems, and obviously you buy. But there is one huge problem with this, is that since you didn't try to solve it on your own, you don't have the frameworks or the critical thinking to think through what the guy is saying or teaching you, and to know if the advice is good for you. What I mean by that is actually I'm gonna give an example from Alex Hormozy. When he was selling gym lunch actively, he had a client that messaged him and told him, I lost 80% of my customers, I follow your advice to increase the prices, and it didn't work. And Alex was like, what did you do? It doesn't make sense. And the guy's like, I increased my price to, I think it was like 200 per month, and everyone left my gym. But the problem was that the advice was specific for people who were offering personal training services included in the gym, like in the gym membership, plus some other like service related stuff, I don't remember. And the guy didn't. The guy just followed the advice without watching anything else, without actually thinking about what the advice was referring to. The guy just joined the course. I was like, okay, I'm applying everything blindly. But he didn't think about that the course was for people who were selling personal training in their gyms. So that's what I mean, is you join a course and it's impossible that a course is 100% tailored for you. Even if a course is for agency owners, and you join a course, you're an agency, the course might be specific for a type of niche, and even if it's for all of the agency owners, it's impossible that every single type of agency works the same way, because you have different niches, you have different stuff, not every single type of DM works. So what you have to do is that you have to try to figure out the problem on your own, so then when you join the course and the guy is giving you advice, you can actually think, is this right for me? Is this the thing that's gonna, do I have to do it this way, or is there something I need to change in order to make it work for me? And this is why when I used to sell courses, what I used to do every single time in the first call we did when I was doing like monthly stuff, every single time we started a new period, I used to always start it by teaching people how to think through the advice I was giving them. Meaning I can't tailor the advice for everyone, so I'm gonna tell you how to think through my advice, and obviously I'm gonna give you personalized advice for everyone. But when I don't, because I can't obviously do it all the time if I'm teaching to multiple people at the same time, when I teach general stuff, think through and see if that will work for you, how you can modify it. And you can obviously ask someone and get some help from it, but the first step has to be from you. The first step has to be from you actually questioning what you're listening to. Even with this video, does this work for you? Is this the right thing? Do you already do this? Or is it something that can be useful to you? Do you buy courses, or do you try to always do stuff on your own? Does this apply to you? This is what I mean. Now, let's put it into actionable steps. First of all, I want you to figure out specifically what problem are you having. And I don't mean I don't have leads, or I don't have any sales call, whatever. I want you to figure out specifically, are you getting leads from content but your outreach isn't working? Are you getting leads from the outreach but your content isn't working? Are your ads not working but your content is? Is neither of those things working and you're getting 0 leads? Whatever it is, figure it out specifically. Then, try to solve the problem on your own for 1 or 2 months. And when I talk about time, I don't mean specifically time, I mean more actions. Let's say it takes you, it doesn't take time to figure out something. It takes, let's say, 3,000 messages to figure out how outreach works. If you send 100 messages a day, that's gonna be 1 month. If you send 3,000 messages a day, it's gonna take 1 day. If you send 3,000 messages, you are realistically gonna understand how outreach works. If you send 10,000, it's even better. But people say, it takes me 2 or 3 months, or 3 or 4 months, but it doesn't really take time. It takes actions. So if instead of sending 100 messages a day, you do double or triple, you save 3 times the time. It's gonna take you 1/3 of the time. So this isn't really about time, it's more about actions. If I say I'm gonna record 100 videos, and it's gonna take me, whatever, like 4 months, if I just record 100 videos in 1 month, and I really fucking nail down everything, and every day I record a couple of videos and do all of that stuff, it's gonna take me only 1 month. So focus more about actions than about time, and you're just gonna be way faster than others. But let's close that window for now. So I want you to send whatever, I want you to do as high amount as possible as you can of the thing you're trying to figure out. How much time it takes only depends on how willing you are to work hard for it. Because you can, as I said, you can realistically send 300-400 outreaches a day. I've done that. It takes all day, every single hour of the day, but you can do that and you can save a ton of time. If you do that, you're gonna have a framework, you're gonna have a way to think through what they're gonna teach inside the course. And this is a very cool thing, is that if you send all of those outreach, most likely you won't need to buy the course anymore. Because by sending all of those messages, you already figured out how to do that on your own. So now you're booking more calls and you solve the problem without even needing to buy the course. If you still need to buy it, obviously, you're gonna be way more successful than the guy who just joined the course. Why? Because you now, it's for the reason I said at the start of the video, because you now have a framework to think through. So if the guy is giving an advice that doesn't really apply to you, you can think it through, you can modify it to what works for you, and that's done. You have the stuff that works for you, and compared to the guy who's just applying the stuff blindly, he's getting the general results, the ones that work for everyone. You're getting the results of someone who's tailoring specifically a solution to your problem. Now, let's put it into actionable steps. The first step, and probably the most important one, is to figure out specifically what problem are you having. And I don't mean I don't have leads or I'm not getting views. I mean specifically, are you not getting any leads from outreach or from content? Are you not getting any leads from ads, or are your ads working but your outreach isn't? Is your content working but your outreach isn't? Whatever it is, I want you to figure out specifically what are you lacking. Then I want you to spend 1 or 2 months trying to figure out the problem. And when I'm talking about time right now, but more specifically, I want you to do a fuck ton of the thing you're trying to solve. Meaning that if you are trying to solve your problem with outreach, it's not about spending 1 or 2 months. It's about sending as many as possible. Because let's say 1 month you send 3,000 because you're sending 100 a day. If you send 300 a day right now, it takes you 1/3 of the time, and he gets the same results, because this part is not even about getting leads, getting calls or whatever. It's about you learning what works and what doesn't. So what I want you to do is not focus on the time, but is focus on the actions. There was a period where I was sending 400 outreach a day, 400 messages, manually, taking the leads, sending them, and doing all of the follow-ups. In 1 day, it will take me all day, probably more than 12 hours. In that month that I did that, because I did it for only 1 month, I learned more about outreach than I did in the 8 months before I was sending only 100 a day. And the reason was that by sending 400 a day, I was basically doing the equivalent of what people do in 4 months. So this is what I mean. It's not even about time, it's about actions. And the third step, and this is the cool thing, is that if you send all of these outreach, if you send all of these messages, you likely won't need to buy the course anymore, because you figured out the solution on your own. After sending 3,000 messages, or 4,000, or 500, or 5,000, sorry, you are probably gonna figure out the problem on your own. If you didn't, that's a plus anyway, because now when you buy a course or whatever it is, you have a framework to think through. It's the thing I said at the start of the video. Now, when the guy is gonna give you an advice, or you're gonna go to a course or whatever it is, you have some critical thinking to think and be like, this stuff doesn't really apply to me. Let me change this shit because I saw this works more for me through my 5,000 messages. So now you have the framework that works, because obviously if you're buying a course, the thing that the guy is teaching works, but it's general. It's not for everyone. It's like general stuff that works. So now you take that, you add the things that work for your niche, work for your market, work for whatever, and now you have basically the perfect script. This is way more powerful than just copy and pasting, because let's say you are the guy who's joined the course, is copy and pasting the script, is copy and pasting everything that there is there, and you are in a niche where is you're in a market, in a niche, whatever it can be. You can be selling physical product, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, this works the same way. It's different from what the guy you join the course has experience into, because the guy can't realistically have experience in everything. So let's say it's different from what the guy has from his niche, from like the niche he learned everything from. Your script is still gonna work, but it's gonna work way less than you, because you are the smart guy and you were thinking, okay, this guy has has experience in e-commerce, in selling, let's say, like agency selling to e-commerce, and I am helping whatever it is your niche, doesn't matter. If I just change this because I know that this part works better to them and calls them out more, the script is going to be more effective. Now you have the perfect script that works both from your niche, and you have obviously the good script that the guy is giving you from the course. Now, as I say, this applies for everything. So I'm going to give some examples from stuff that's not an agency, because I think I've talked too much about that. Let's say you're running an e-commerce. You are the one running the e-commerce, and you are selling clothes. You have a guy who was selling, you join a course from a guy who was selling e-commerce and was selling gym clothes, for example. You are selling luxury clothes. The guy is going to have a different market and he's going to have different tactics compared to what you have to do. Why? Because gym clothes are for everyday people. Luxury stuff, it's for people who have a little bit more money. So you have to tailor your messages for them. And this is why critical thinking is so important. It's because if you sell gym clothes the same way you're selling luxury clothes, it's not gonna work. Because people who are looking to buy the stuff and people who are looking to buy your luxury stuff have different values. People who buy gym clothes, for example, probably buy based on the price. They buy for the cheapest stuff, trying to get the best material possible, but they don't really care. If it's cheap, they buy. People who buy luxury clothes, they don't care about the price, they just want the best stuff. This is the difference. This is what you have to understand about your market. And this is why you want to sell on your own and you want to learn on your own before doing anything. Now, thank you for watching this video. You can go to the description. I have nothing to sell you, but I have some links that I think will be useful to run your business. Some of it are referrals, some of it are not. I'm gonna leave in the description which is which. As I said, thank you for watching the video. Go watch the next one. Bye.